deceased husband was a Navy pilot. I actually love watching the Blue Angels. We went to so many Blue Angel performances. But I had never experienced touch and go noise, which is totally different.
Basically, they're training the pilots to land on aircraft carriers. And they just come down as if they're making a landing, where they catch that tail hook on a cable and arrest the plane.
Every bit of thrust they have is being ignited when they take back off up into the air. It is the most horrendous noise you have experienced, and it goes on some days and nights for 6 to 8 hours.
It has dramatically affected all of our lives. It affects our work. It affects our sleeping at night, which again also affects other issues if we don't get enough sleep, because sometimes the planes fly until 1 o'clock at night.
It's very clear to me that the majority of people in this room would like to see OLF closed. I get that. But if that's successful and the people who are working on that are successful, that's going to be a long haul. And in the meanwhile, I still believe it's possible.
I'm 63 this month, so I've been in Coupeville pretty much all my life. And my grandparents came here in 1918. We had the general store. I grew up in it. I'm on this family land. I've got 2 houses here. Personally, I cannot live here with this. If something doesn't change, then I will have to leave. I can't stand it. I mean, I literally cannot stand the noise.
You cannot talk on the telephone inside the house. You can't have a conversation inside the house. It's impossible to live your life. It vibrates the water in your bathtub. It rattles your windows. It invades your body. It feels like you are being tortured.
I grew up in Berlin, and I'm old enough to remember the war, WW2. And I feel, when those planes are flying, I feel like I'm back in war.
You know, we were at this meeting last night with the public affairs officer from the Naval Air Station. And one of our neighbors, he was irate because he'd just come from the children's Little League game, and right when the game started, they started flying. He had his sound meter. It was 110 decibels, I think he said. The children don't want to wear ear protectors because it's not cool, and his son wouldn't wear his because nobody else was wearing them, and all the kids were trying to plug their ears with their shoulders when the jets were going over. This is what the Navy's doing to us.
The whole area that these jets are flying over includes a National Historic Park. We have over 800 kids in a primary school, a middle school, and a high school who are going out, having after-school sports, trying to do homework at night. There's a hospital. The major hospital for the whole county is here in Coupeville. The jail, the county jail is here. I mean, all the county services are right here. So the whole hub of the whole island county is here, and it could be wiped out with one crash.
We have over 400 homes filled with young families, retired people in Crash Zone 1, APZ 1, at the south end of the field.
Well, I think that there's a lot of alternatives for the United States Navy. Perhaps they could build more runways up at NAS Whidbey. That would be fine. They have the space there. They have a lot of acreage there. I certainly would like to see them build a safe runway for those young pilots in a place where there is no development, where they could make the noise that they need to make, where it isn't going to affect people.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not at all against the military. I'm very pro. I'm a naturalized American citizen, so I am very much in defense of this country. I love this country, but I would like for this hazard of the outlying field here in Coupeville to move. It is not my job to figure out where they should move to, but I want them gone.
The number of operations at OLF has increased 368% since 2008. We're fighting to permanently close OLF and end field carrier landing practices in the Ebey's Reserve forever. We believe that our homes have gone down approximately 25% in value, at least, due to these overflights. When the transition to the Growlers was to occur, the Navy told us, and we believed them, that there were going to be fewer flights with quieter planes. And so none of us did anything. We were happy about that. It turns out the Growlers are significantly louder than the Prowlers. We've had teachers talk about the impacts on children of flying for multiple nights in a row, and then the children's behavior and performance at school the next day. We're working really hard to get the entire community involved. We need to get the schools on board. We need the Chamber of Commerce on board. We're trying to get the local realtors on board. We need all the organizations in this community to just state what they know to be true, and that is that we cannot live with this noise, and it's harmful to us.
This noise is so destructive that if I am not willing to stand up and say, this is wrong, this is not okay, then who the heck will? What we're seeing, if we can prove that this is incorrect, then we have a reason to reopen the whole thing.
Right.
So
The real problem is, though,
this is how democracy works.
even if they
We have to say, you know, to be a true American means that sometimes you're in conflict with policy. When it's not okay, we need to say it's not okay. And that's what we're all doing. This is not okay.